What's going on, everybody? Welcome into Blazers Uprise Live. It's that time of year. The season starts today. The Blazers will take on the Sacramento Kings. We will preview that in the second half of our show. The first half of our show, picks against the spread. We got brand new graphics for you guys, just like we do every year. I think you guys are going to enjoy them. I enjoyed making them, and I love the way they look. And most of the time, I don't quite love the way my graphics look. I'm happy with what we're doing this year. So, I'm excited, man. Eric, what's the mood, man? What's the excitement? Are you nervous for tonight's game? Are you excited? Are you just chilling? What's the emotions for the legendary Eric Brandt?
I thought I was going to be nervous, but I'm actually super hyped. And while kind of formulating my thoughts on what I was going to say about the game tonight, I kind of think we should win this game pretty easily. So it got me even more excited to get off the season with a W.
Yep, the Blazers are a 6.5 point spread. We won't get there until game 10. We got 11 games today for picks against the spread. I'll get into picks against the spread in case you're new to this segment. But first, we will upload the audio of this stream to Spotify. We're going to cut out the picks against the spread segment. We will upload the preview segment to Spotify, so if you want to listen back to it, if you're not able to stick around for the whole stream, maybe you can listen to it on the go afterwards before this game kicks off tonight. We're going to be doing that all season long with all our stream audio. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter. I'm at ToryJonesYT, Eric's at HoopsJock. The channel is at Blazers Uprise YT. Also, make sure to follow our mods. They do a lot helping us out, so go follow them as well. Their Twitter handles are up there. We're going to put their Twitter handles in the description at some point. They're just not there now. And yeah, you want to hop into picks against the spread? Do you want to just dive straight into the deep end, Eric?
Yeah. Also, we're going to try to put some content on Blazers Uprise, like promoting the shows and stuff too. So
the website?
If you need to go to our website to go to the link, that also is a way to get here as well.
Yeah, I don't have an ad for that, but everything that we plug, because you guys know we have a lot of stuff to plug, I'm going to try and make graphics and whatnot for it. I'm just a little bit behind on the promo graphics, so just to keep things fresh, and make things fun for you guys. So let's just talk about picks against the spread and how it works, since it's the first stream of the season. So each Monday and Thursday, except for today, we're doing it Wednesday because there's 11 games to pick from today. There's only like 3 tomorrow, so that's why we're streaming today, and we can preview the game. But all season long, Mondays and Thursdays, we will be having Blazers Uprise live at 3:30 p.m. The timing is on purpose to give us a little bit of time to pick games. On purpose isn't the right phrasing there. But basically, most games start at 4 p.m. Pacific time, 5 p.m. Pacific time, 6 p.m. Pacific time. West Coast games start at 7 p.m. So we start at 3:30, so we can pick games right before they tip off. And how this works is me, Eric, our 5 mods. Last year we had 3. Now we have 5. Our 5 mods, as well as chat, will pick games based on the spread. So if you see Portland minus 6.5 as the spread, that means Portland is a 6.5 point favorite. If you end up picking Portland, then in order to get a win in your win column, Portland has to win by 7 points or more. If Portland wins by 6 points or less, or loses the game, you get a loss. Unless you pick the Kings. If you pick the Kings and Portland wins by less than 6 or loses, then you end up getting a win in your win column. So that's how it works. We got graphics for it, and we keep track of standings all year long. It's awesome this year because we have a poll feature, so we will be able to do polls in the comment section, and you guys will be able to vote that way. No more spamming chat with a bunch of picks and having our mods count and getting on people for double voting. Eric, oh my goodness, that was basically a staple for this segment, picks against the spread. That was half of it, was trying to sort out what chat was doing and who chat was voting for. Now, dude, I just gotta type it in and hit
nice.
send and relax. So I am extremely excited for that. And I can do that from the start because most of the time we waited for chat until we all picked, right? So now chat won't have chat won't be able to copy you, Eric, the defending champion. So anyway, I think that's about, did I miss something? Is that it?
No, I think we pretty much covered it.
Alrighty, let's hop into the standings from last year. This is the standings from last year. Eric won going away. 164-142 record for Eric. Chat finished in second. Reese and Zach tied for third. I sold at the end of last season.
Yeah, you did.
Absolutely sold at the end of last season. That last day was a very tragic day for me. So, yeah, we're going to have these standings. They're going to look like this. I'm putting up today's games on the graphic as well. I'm going to do that for every standing sheet just to add a little something. Krish and Jackson are new to this. So, Jackson all last year told me about how he's keeping track and how chat annoyed him because they wouldn't pick the right teams. And apparently Jackson, by his own account, nobody has any evidence or proof of this, Jackson by his own account was doing a really good job. So now I just made Jackson public enemy number one for chat because he's complaining to me about how chat wasn't picking the right teams. So let's see if Jackson versus chat, this rivalry, let's see if Jackson can beat chat. Anyway, I'm going to be keeping track of that all year long, man, because Jackson definitely did not enjoy being a part of chat. Now he's a mod, so good for him. And then Krish as well, our graphics guy, is participating as well. So congratulations on your imaginary crown, Eric.
Imaginary crown?
Imaginary
it's
crown.
Imaginary.
It's an imaginary crown. I don't see you wearing a crown. Maybe I'll have to get a Burger King crown for the winner this year. Maybe we'll do something.
Yeah.
We also need to formulate a bet, like a real bet this year, because we always talk about it in the middle of the season, and then we're like, oh, we should have figured it out before the start of the season. So we need to figure out a bet after the stream. I don't know. If anybody has any ideas for good bets between me and Eric, then feel free to DM us. I already plugged our Twitters, or message us on Discord, or shoot, you could email us bet ideas, blazersuprise@gmail.com. So, you ready to go?
Let's do it.
All right. Game number one, you got Indiana taking on Charlotte. Eric, the first game of the year is a pick'em. So basically, whichever team you guys think is going to win. It's kind of funny that we got to pick them on this poll. So let me put in the poll question into chat. Eric, if you want to start off, mods, post your picks in chat as well.
I've ventured back into amateur status. I forgot to look up injuries on games today, so I have no information on anything. People should know who's ready to start the year or not. No.
Yeah. So do you have a sheet that you can look at?
For injuries?
Yeah.
Not really quickly.
Okay.
But no, we're all in the same boat, right? Unless you did your research.
I mean, I like to think I have, good NBA knowledge, but I don't know. I'm not necessarily up to date. So anyway, there's the poll question in chat. Let me think.
Warren's not playing. I think Lamb might be out of this one.
Let me thank Apples for the $3 dono before I forget.
What's up, Apples?
It's about drive, it's power. I don't know what that means, but I kind of like it. It sounds like a motto to put on the wall of the practice facility. So anyway, poll questions in chat. It is a pick'em.
This should go without saying, but no mods, and Tori and I will not be voting, so don't vote.
What do you mean? What does that mean? Oh, in the poll. Yeah,
don't
mods,
vote on the poll.
Yeah, mods don't vote
chat.
in the poll. Yeah, got you. Yep.
An honor system there. Just do the right thing.
Yep. Right now, Hornets has 73% of the vote. Let me pull up chat on my phone so I can read this. All right, so you got... Reese is going with the Indiana Pacers. Dude, it's kind of surreal to be doing this again. I'm just going to say that right now. Awesome. Chris is going with the Indiana Pacers. Zach is going with Charlotte.
That's his team.
That is his team. I remember that. Also, I have the records against the spread up on this graphic. This is how teams performed against the spread last year. I will be including that in the graphics this year.
Oh, okay. Nice. I'm going with the Hornets.
All right. Eric's going with the Hornets. Wait, no, that's Pacers. I got LaMelo, Hayward versus Sabonis, Turner, Brogdon just got a bag. You got LeVert. I'm going Indiana. I believe in Indiana. They were really injured last year. I believe in them this year. I think they'll be a little bit better than the Hornets, so I'm rolling with Indiana. Jackson is rolling with Indiana as well. Trevin is rolling with Hornets. Are we going to get a split vote off the bat?
That'd be cool.
Chat. Let me close poll for chat. You got 53 votes in there.
Good job, guys.
Out of 70 people, 68% of them are going for the Hornets. So, Eric, for their double down, just keep track of the percentage.
68%.
Yeah. For chat's double down, it's whichever team gets the highest percentage. And I will close the poll once I have all other votes in there. That's how this is going to work. So chat is going with the Charlotte Hornets, which means to kick off the season, we have a split vote amongst 8 people now, so it's even harder. We got Eric, Zach, Trevin, and chat going with the Hornets. Me, Reese, Jackson, Krish are going with the Pacers. All right, game number 2. That up next thing did not update. Oh, wait, no, I hit it. There we go. Boom, there it is. Chicago versus Detroit. Chicago is a 5-point favorite on the road. I believe Cade Cunningham is out, Eric? That's an important one.
I will look that up real quick. Yeah, no Cade according to Cool Pranks.
Yeah, Cool Prank says no Cade. So Cade Cunningham is out, which is why the spread is what it is. I felt like with Cade, it would have been a closer game with Detroit playing at home. Chicago, a 5-point favorite. Let me post the poll, and you guys can start making your picks.
Yeah, that's what we'll do, Andrew. Good idea.
What do you say?
If multiple teams get 100% of the vote, which I'm not sure if it'll happen or not, but then we can just do a poll between those teams at the end.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, I was typing. In the future, I'll write down everything that I post in the polls in a spreadsheet so I can just copy them. But I will be muting to type. I'm sure you guys don't want to hear my typing. All right, so
I'm going with the Bulls.
Yeah, Jackson's going Bulls. Chris going Bulls. You're going Bulls. Eric, what's the thought process?
Just Chicago's got a lot of hype. I think they're going to come out. I think they're relatively healthy to start off the season as well. So without Cade tonight, I just think they're going to go into Detroit and make a statement in their first game. And that spreads low enough to where if they don't play well, they can still cover it.
Yeah, with Cade, I would be picking Pistons, but I am also going to go Bulls. We're waiting on Reese's pick. And chat. Right now, 85% of the vote in chat. Let's see. I will end the poll. Reese picked Bulls. I need to figure out a consistent time to end the poll. That's the one thing we gotta figure out. Is when should I end the poll? You got 54 votes. 85% are Pistons. 86% are Pistons. There, I ended the poll.
Pistons?
Not Pistons. Bulls. I'm tripping.
Okay.
Shout out Andrew Hartwell. $5 dono. He says have to work overnight, so I'll miss the first game. Rest in peace. That sucks, man. But hopefully you enjoy watching back the post game show. I'm super excited for that, and I appreciate your support and your dono. So chat is going with 85% Bulls is the final tally there. So we got a clean sweep. We had a split vote in game 1. We have a clean sweep for the Bulls in game number 2. Let's move on to game number 3. This is so much faster without having to count chat.
Nice.
This is perfect. Thank you. I asked YouTube for the longest time, and I've told this story. I mean, it's not even a story. I just begged YouTube to add something as simple as a poll option in their streams, man. They it was like pulling teeth, it seemed like, to be able to get them to ask a pull option, because I know a bunch of other people were asking them for a pull option too. They finally added it. Thank goodness. Boston versus New York in the Big Apple. New York is a 2-point favorite. Injuries on this game, I don't know.
According to Boston, I think they're relatively healthy. They're starting Smart, Brown, Tatum, Grant Williams, and Robert Williams. And the Knicks are starting Kemba, RJ Barrett, Randall, Mitchell Robinson, and I forget who the fifth person starting is, but
Grant Williams is starting. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. So New York is a 2-point spread. Let me put this in chat.
I'm kind of torn on this game, so I'm just going to take Boston because they're getting points. Trevin is taking Boston. Chris and Jackson are going Knicks.
Oh, wait, no, that's not.
Zachary is going Boston.
Okay, so Chris Jackson going Knicks. You said you went Boston. I'm going Boston as well, simply because they're getting points, and I think this is pretty much a toss-up. You said Zach and Trevin, Boston?
Zach and Trevin are Boston, yep. Chris and Jackson, New York. You got those.
And then Reese has Horford, Taj Gibson, Josh Richardson, and Nerlens Noel all out off the top of my head. Well, we'll trust the top of your head, Reese.
That sounds right.
That's a pretty even injuries. I still think it's a toss-up. We'll try and have injury information.
Brown was questionable, but he was listed in their starting lineup today, so I don't know why he would have been listed if he wasn't going to play back.
So Reese is going Celtics.
All right.
And then right now, let's see. It's close between chat. I'll give them another 30 seconds to sort this out at 3:53. We will end the poll. Boston, I think Boston might be a little bit slept on going into the season. You guys know I like Ime Udoka. New York it's hard to tell what New York is, if they overachieved last year, if that's something sustainable. They did add Kemba and Evan Fournier, so they did add a couple of pieces, but I mean, I don't know. They need another star caliber player that can lead the offense in the playoffs, because Julius Randle really struggled in that regard. All right, there it is, 3:53 and poll. It was very, very close. Chat, let me wait for it to pop up. There it is. Celtics got 52% of the vote. I don't know why it says Celtics 52% and Knicks 47%. That only adds up to 99%, but we'll just go by what the YouTube poll says, which is Celtics win with 52% of the vote. Alrighty. Game number 4, you got Washington versus Toronto. This game being played in Toronto, the first game in Toronto since the start of the pandemic. Toronto played in Tampa Bay last year. That is no longer going to be the case, and they are a 2.5 home favorite against Bradley Beal, Spencer Dinwiddie, and the Washington Wizards.
Obviously no Siakam in this one.
No Siakam.
This is a tough one.
So yeah, for Toronto, you got OG, of course. Scotty Barnes, I think, is starting. Boucher.
Is Boucher playing? I don't think he is.
I don't know. Yeah, he was hurt. You're right. Fred VanVleet, Gary Trent Jr., Precious. Rui Hachimura is out for the Wizards. They got Spencer Dinwiddie, Bradley Beal. Who's their starting 3 this year? Avdija?
They were starting Kuzma. I think they're starting Kuzma.
Starting Kuzma at the 3.
No, I think they're starting Kuzma at the 4. I think KCP at the 3. Beal at the 2, and Dinwiddie at the 1, I think, is how they.
And then Gafford at the 5.
Yeah.
This is a tough one. This is tougher than I expected to be.
I am going to take the Raptors.
Okay. I am also taking the Raptors because they're at home, and I feel like this home crowd's going to be pretty into this game. This is a tough one. Reese is going with Washington.
I was telling myself I was just going to take the points when I didn't know, but
Trevin's going to Washington.
Something's telling me to take Toronto this one.
Gut feeling, man, can never go wrong. Especially when it led you to a championship last year. Krish going Raps. Zach is going with the Raptors as well. We need Jackson, and then we get Chat's pick. Jackson's going Toronto because Washington is, quote, weird.
I love this 62 votes for Chat. It's awesome.
I know. That's the thing is we had to cut off the voting at like 15 votes last year because we voted through Chat. Now everybody gets their voice heard. As I said, it's a democracy over here. All right now you got Toronto with 59% of the vote. I'm going to close the poll. It's close enough. I'll close the poll in 10 seconds, so get your vote in. Need a Jeopardy theme song to play over the air. That should have been the next thing I added to this graphics package. All right, so end poll. You got Toronto getting 58% of the votes. Yeah, we'll just go off what the YouTube poll says. I think when it's like 58.5%, they round down. I don't know. Doesn't make sense. But
well,
it's YouTube.
If it was 58.5 and 41.5 and they rounded up on both, then it would be too much. So
yeah, that could be it, I guess. Yeah. Why can't they just do it like to the 10th? Like 58.5. Is it really that hard, YouTube, to
I'm
do
not going to complain because at
58.5?
least there's a poll. It doesn't.
I know, at least there's a poll. It's just it doesn't make sense to me. So everybody's going Raptors except for Trevin and Reese. This was game number 4. Let's go on to game number 5. You got Cleveland versus Memphis. That Cleveland graphic is my favorite one. It looks so clean. So clean. But Memphis is a 7-point favorite at home. Jaren Jackson Jr. is back and looking healthy in the preseason. In Cleveland, you got Sexton and Garland. You got Okoro starting, I think, and you got Mobley and Jared Allen. So kind of a weird lineup there.
Man. I'm going to just take the points in this one. I'm taking Cleveland. Krish is also taking Cleveland.
Alrighty, poll is now in chat. So you're going Cleveland. I'm also going Cleveland. I think Cleveland is a sleeper team this year. I didn't predict them high on my standings predictions, but I feel like they could be the team that surprises everybody. So I'm going with Cleveland here, and you said Krish went Cleveland.
And just a reminder, in case anyone missed it, the -7 means if you pick Memphis, they have to win by 7 or more points. Or if they win it by exactly 7, it'd be a push, so it wouldn't count. But they'd have to win by more than 7 points for you to win your pick.
Yep, that's what the spread is there for. So if Memphis wins by 5, whoever picked Cleveland wins this game. That's how it works. Zach is going with Memphis, which isn't a bad pick, especially going against the grain.
Yeah.
Gives you a chance to gain a game on people in a game that this is a hard game to pick, in my opinion. So Jackson is going with Memphis as well, because he's usually Memphis. I don't know what that means, but there it is.
Because he was Memphis in our mock.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So right now, the poll's a little bit surprising. You got 64% with Memphis right now, 65%. I'm going to end it there. 65% is going with Memphis. So chat thinks Memphis is going to win by 8 or more. Alrighty. Wait, boom. There, you got chat with Memphis.
That's my first game going against chat.
Have I gone... The only game I disagreed with you on was Charlotte, Indiana, and I don't like that. So let's move on to game number 6 and get some more differences of opinion between me and you. Minnesota, not Memphis. Minnesota, Houston. Minnesota versus Houston. Minnesota's a 6.5-point spread. I already know Reese's pick. Just kidding. I'm not going to put it in yet. But Houston, you got Kevin Porter Jr., Jalen Green, Christian Wood. John Wall's not playing with them. He's in a Al Horford situation where he's just not going to be with the team. An Andre Iguodala situation. Whatever you want to call it. So they do got Jalen Green, Christian Wood, and Kevin Porter Jr., though. I don't know who else they're going to start. Do you have any ideas as to who else Houston will start, Eric?
I think Jayshawn Tate and I don't know if Daniel Tice is going to start or not, but
oh yeah, they have Daniel Tice. That's so weird.
And they have did you mention Kenyon Martin Jr. too?
Oh yeah, they got Kevin. Yeah. I almost said Kevin Martin Jr.
Armani Brooks.
Armani Brooks is underrated. Yeah. I'm glad he got signed.
They have a lot of underrated guys.
Yeah.
I'm going to stick with my theme and just early on in the season, just take the points when the spreads are high. So I'm going to take Houston in this one.
I was on the fence. I am now going to go with Minnesota.
Okay.
Reese is going Timberwolves.
You're already trying to fade me.
Yes. Reese is the Timberwolves fan here. Or he's super high on the Timberwolves going into this year. Jackson and Trevin are going with the Timberwolves. Krish is going Houston.
Yeah, one thing about the Rockets, though, Silas has them playing hard. Remember, they lost so many close games last year, and he was like crying at the end of some of them because they couldn't get a win, but they were like in every game. Yeah.
So we're waiting on Zach going Houston and then Chat. Let's see what Chat has for us. No, wait, that was Chat's pick. Nope. Zach is going Houston. Chat right now is favoring the... It's pretty close. It's pretty close. I'll give Chat 15 seconds. Remember the spread. You're not just picking the team you think is going to win. You're picking based off the spread. Which is 6.5. So if you're picking Minnesota, you think they're winning by 7 or more. If you're picking against them, you think they win by 6 or less, or Houston wins. Alrighty, end poll. They're going with the Timberwolves. Almost had another split vote. There you go. Chat going with not Houston. Chat's going with Minnesota. There we go. So Zach, Eric, Krish going with the Rockets. Everybody else is going with the Timberwolves. Let's go on to Philadelphia versus Pelicans. Ben Simmons is not playing. That saga is in a strange stage right now. So New Orleans is a 4-point... Was it New Orleans? I think it was Philadelphia, actually. Let me recheck the spread before I... Let's see here.
Yeah, it's Philly.
Philly is favored by 4. So let me update that. I was going to say, I remember seeing Philly was up by 4, or favored by 4, so I should be able to fix that pretty quick.
No Zion, right?
No Zion. Apparently, he reached above 300 pounds. I saw that today. Above 300 pounds this offseason. Yikes. So you got Joel Embiid versus Brandon Ingram. That's essentially what this game is. You got Tobias Harris, Seth Curry. Tyrese Maxey is starting, I presume.
I think so, yeah.
He should be. And then the Pelicans got Devontae Graham. Jonas Valanciunas just signed an extension today. Brandon Ingram. Who's their starting 2? Do you
New
know where
Orleans? Is it?
Yeah,
Are they starting Nikhil Alexander Walker this year?
they might be. I've heard him as like
Or
a.
Saturansky might be starting too.
Oh yeah, they got Saturansky. I gotta remember all this. All right, there. The spread is fixed. Go ahead and make your picks. I'll post the poll in chat.
I'm taking Philly in this one. Well, Graham would be their starting point guard. Smog says the Cavs are starting Markkanen. What are they doing?
At the 3?
I don't know. I'm guessing they're starting him over Mobley, maybe.
Yikes. Mobley makes more sense in that starting lineup. I don't get it. I don't get it. All right. I'm going to go with Philly. I know. Philly. You're going Philly. I feel like we're going to get a lot of Philly picks here. I don't like what New Orleans did this offseason, and them playing without Zion is a bummer. They should, honestly, you know who they should be starting? They should be starting. Are they starting Trey Murphy at the 4? That's what they should start at the 4 without Zion, because he's looked really, really good.
They might be. I don't know. I haven't.
They should be
starting lineup.
I'm telling y'all now, Trey Murphy. I'm predicting he's making an all-rookie team, even though he was the 17th pick. Zach going with Philly. Who else's picks there, Eric? Zach going Philly.
Well, when the poll is on there, I can't minimize it, and I can't really see picks. So.
Okay, yeah. That's the problem I'm having on my phone, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So Reese is going Sixers. Let's see. We got Trevin, Jackson, Krish. Come on, y'all. Why don't I close the poll? Well, I mean, it matters for Double Down. So, like, one person voted Pelicans. Everybody else has voted Sixers. Trevin, Jackson, Krish. Put your picks in. Krish said Seth Curry's team. All right. Please just try and say the team name. It's easier on us. It's easier for us to find. Jackson's going Philly. Trevin's going Philly. Okay, I'm missing that. You guys already picked.
Did you say Bledsoe?
Who said Bledsoe? I didn't say Bledsoe.
Connor said Bledsoe's on the Clips now. No, that's correct.
Yeah, he is on the Clips. He's back with the Clips. All right. Sorry to the mods that voted, and I was asking you for your vote. All right, it's time to end the polls. 98% is going with the Sixers, Eric. So that is, it's going to be hard to beat that for the Double Down. It says 1% for the Pelicans. Alrighty. Let me move on to this one. I will be back in a sec.
Okay. So we got the Magic going to San Antonio to take on the Spurs, and the Spurs are 6.5-point favorites. So this is probably one of the weakest matchups of the day. Two teams that are expected to be near the bottom of their conference. So yeah. My line of thinking today, early in the season, I like to just take the points. So I'm going to take the Magic getting 6.5 points. That way they can still lose by 6 or less, and I'd still win. Whereas the Spurs would have to win by 7 points or more if you take them. So I'm going to take the Orlando Magic in this one.
Alrighty.
Begrudgingly.
Alrighty. I don't know what anybody picked. Let me put the poll in. You got San Antonio versus Orlando. San Antonio 6.5-point favorite as well. All right, so picks for this, Eric. What do we got?
I'm going Orlando along with Chris, Reese, and Zach. And San Antonio, Trevin, and Jackson so far.
All right.
Trevin says easy Spurs.
I'm also going San Antonio. You still have enough talented pieces there, I think, that you can take them. Or it's first game back for Jonathan Isaac. Fultz isn't back yet. I'm taking the Spurs. Then Reese is going with the Spurs as well. And then chat right now, 56% is going Magic, 55%. Let's see. I will end this poll in 30 seconds because it's a close one.
My bad, Reese. I put the wrong team for you.
It's all good. We're chilling. We're chilling. Most times there will be like 6 to 8 games. This is a pretty jam-packed picks against the spread with 11 games. We got 3 left after this. You can see them up on the graphic right there. All right, I'm ending it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, end poll. That'd be tragic if somebody got a vote in to make it 50-50 when I hit end poll. Oh no, that is what happened. Eric, what do we do for this?
I think you got
When I hit end poll, it was at 51% Magic, so they're going Magic. So he got in right at the buzzer there. 27-27. But when I hit end poll, it's 51% Magic. I will not end a poll if it's on 50-50. So it's whatever it is when I hit end poll. All right, so we got a split vote. Me, Trevin, Reese, Jackson going Spurs. Eric, Zach, Chris, Chat with the Magic. Let's move on to game number 9. Utah, OKC. Utah is a 13.5-point favorite, Eric, against the sorry OKC Thunder.
Oh, man. This is going to test my theory so far. I'm going to take the Jazz. Screw it. That spread is enormous, but I really don't think the Thunder are going to try very hard this year.
All right. You're going Jazz. I'm going with the Thunder. Giddey's played well. You got Favors. You got Baisley. You got SGA. I don't know if any of those guys are out. You got Dort. I mean, you have enough on that team. I think they tank later on in the year. That's why I have them losing a ton of games. But, like, first game of the season, I don't think they're going to lose by 15 points. So I'm going with OKC.
Trevin's taking the Thunder.
Trevin, Jackson, and Krish are taking the Thunder.
Keep in mind, the Jazz did blow us on opening day last year.
Yeah, but that was Terry Stotts, so.
I know, but I'm just saying.
They have
OKC's worse than us. Even
they have Diagonal as their coach, so he's better than Stotts.
Yeah,
Zach is going with the Jazz.
He has a worse roster.
Yeah, but his name is Diagonal, so he's automatically better. Jazz for Zach. We're waiting on Reese. Reese is deliberating. And then we'll have you guys see what's up next. I'm waiting on Reese. I'm gonna end chat's poll in 5 seconds. I should just send it now. It's not gonna be the double down. It's definitely gonna be Utah. You guys think Utah's gonna win by 14 plus? Okay. Alrighty. Chat through the years has always picked the favoring team. And I always wonder if that's because people come in here and think we're just picking who's going to win the game outright. I've always kind of wondered that.
I mean, we've made it perfectly clear.
I know. We gotta continue to make it clear. It's called picks against the spread for a reason. All right. Where's Reese? What's Reese doing?
Said his phone might die. Hopefully it didn't.
Hopefully he can hop on his computer or something. I don't know. We can come back to this.
Yeah.
If Reese hops in here, we'll go back to this for his pick. Let's move on to Portland versus Sacramento. Portland is a 6.5-point favorite tonight. Eric, who are you going with?
gonna make me. This is also gonna test my theory, but I'm going with Portland. I'll start at Homer.
All right. I think Portland will win, but I think it'll be by less than 6.
All right.
By 6 or less, so I'm going Kings. Trevin going Blazers. Chris going Blazers. Zach is going with Portland. All right, yeah. So Trevin Blazers. Jackson is going with the Kings as well. And now we're waiting on Reese. No 100-0, you disappoint me, chat. I'll end this poll in 15 seconds. I should just end it now. Double down. We already know what chat's double down is going to be. By the way, we haven't just explained double downs. Double downs at the end of this segment, everybody will pick a pick to double down on. That'll mean it'll be worth 2 wins or 2 losses instead of 1. All right. We never did explain that. So end poll, chat is going with Portland. These are all late games, so we can get Reese's picks after the stream if we need to. We need his double down, though. Last game, Denver versus Phoenix. By the way, let me just say, mods, since this went a little long and games tipped off about 5 minutes ago, don't look at scores because you'll have to pick your double downs. So just do not look at scores until we're done with this, as this segment has ran a little bit long. Denver, Phoenix. Phoenix is a 6-point favorite. Denver without Jamal Murray, of course. Phoenix has everybody healthy, I think. They've been a pretty healthy team the past year or so. So Phoenix 6-point favorite at home. Rematch of the second round last year.
I'm taking Denver. I don't know why. It's a dumb pick, but I'm just going to take the points.
That's the first time I've heard you say one of your picks was dumb. Oh, that's funny. All right, we got to do this. Let's see here. Denver. Oops. All right, so you're going Denver. I am going Suns. The Suns had the Nuggets number last year in the playoffs, and they've looked pretty good this preseason, so I'm going with the Suns. Trevin's going Suns. Zach and Jackson are going with Denver. Chris is going with Denver as well. And chat has 58% Suns right now. I will end the poll in 15 seconds. It's close enough to let it ride. If you're just tuning into this stream, feel free to pick in chat. It's based on the spread, though. So if Phoenix wins by 5 or less, Denver would be the right pick. All right, end poll. Suns get 59% of the vote. Chat is going with the Phoenix Suns. All right, so we'll try and get Reese's picks for the last 3 games after this. Now it's time to wrap things up with double
Reese.
downs.
Reese, we need your pick on OKC, Utah, 13.5-point spread there.
Mm-hmm.
And then Blazers, Kings, Portland's favored by 6.5. And Denver, Phoenix. Phoenix is favored by 6.
Yep, so
try to catch up real quick. If you could do that rapidly, that would be appreciated. So
chat's double down is going to be Philadelphia. Philadelphia got 98% of the vote.
Yep.
Reese goes Jazz, Kings, Nuggets. All right. Jazz. Got 3 people picking Kings. A little bit surprised by that. Then Nuggets. All right, lots of variety. Lots of pretty split votes here. So he's doubling down on the T-Wolves. No surprise there.
My double down is going to be Chicago Bulls.
All right. Caleb Pendergraph, appreciate the $2 donation. He says, Tori, how can you vote Suns when the Nuggets have Aaron Gordon? I don't know, man. I don't appreciate Aaron Gordon enough, apparently.
Yeah.
Trevin is going along with you, Eric, with the Bulls. I don't know who I'm going to pick yet.
Ray says Blazers don't look good yet. Season hasn't started yet, so we're good.
Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Krish is going with the Rockets as his double down. Bit surprising there. Minnesota's a 6.5 point spread there. Zach's double down is Portland.
Chris said Rockets.
Yeah. Zach is going to be...
He's going head-to-head with Reese. I like it.
Jackson's going Pacers. And now it's my turn, and... I don't know, man. I'm tempted to do OKC. I'm also tempted to do San Antonio. But do I really want to start my season off doubling down on San Antonio or OKC? Or Minnesota? Or Cleveland? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I don't like any of these double downs. I'm gonna double down on Phoenix.
All right, cool.
And if they don't win, I'll blame the Valley Pod guys. All right, how about that? All right. So that is picks against the spread. 11 games. We will have.
Good luck, everyone.
I will try and tweet out the standings like the day after on Blazers Uprise Live's Twitter. That Twitter handle is at Blazers Uprise YT. It's right there. So make sure to go follow that account. That is picks against the spread. All righty. So now we got to preview Kings Blazers. We'll talk about this matchup for about 15 to 20 minutes. Then I'm going to record the Dame player preview. I just want to get it out. I know it's like very close to game time, so kind of pointless, but I just want to get it out to say I finished the series before the start of the regular season. Obviously got backed up, prep and everything, so I'm going to record that after this. But first, we got to preview Kings Blazers. See you later, Jackson. Good luck tonight. Have fun at work. All right, so the starting lineup for the Kings, has it been confirmed?
Yeah, so Bagley was told yesterday that he would not be in the rotation, and he and his agent are pissed off.
Yeah, because they won't trade him.
Yeah.
Like, if you're not going to play him, then trade him.
Yeah, they should have gotten something for him.
And they won't trade Buddy Hield. I don't understand it, man.
Yeah. So, apparently they're going to start Fox, Halliburton, Hield, Barnes, and Holmes.
There goes my sixth man of the year pick. Oh, well.
Yeah. But, so I like that they're doing that for Portland because that makes our lineup, I think. I mean, it doesn't matter that we start small then, because they're starting small as well. So that won't be the reason we lose this game. And I think we're going to find this out many times this year that our lineup really isn't a disadvantage at all, like people try to claim it is. But I also really like that we're playing the Kings in this first game. One, because Luke Walton's still their coach, so even though they added a player like Davion Mitchell and their defense should be a little better than last year, which was surprisingly even worse than we were. Uh, they do have a little bit better defense, but I still feel like we should be able to exploit that. And if we're doing the right things on offense, or even if we're just letting Dame and CJ take over, those two can take advantage of their defense. And then also on the offensive end, the Kings, you have to get back on defense. So
yeah, well, let me touch upon that. It's actually I'm happy that Norm is a starting three instead of somebody like a Rocco for this game.
yeah,
Because Norm is better on a De'Aaron Fox and maybe a Tyrese Halliburton on the ball. Rocco isn't super great switched on to ones and twos. I'd rather have Norm. So here's the thing. With a team that runs like Sacramento does, it's going to be a situation where Dame, CJ, and Norm are matching up against Fox, Halliburton, and Hield. And they're likely going to be guarding different players each time down.
right.
So it's going to be a situation where if Sacramento's pushing the pace, out of those three guards, you get whichever one is closest.
Yep.
Yeah, so if Hield is by Dame, Dame picks him up. And then if Fox is by Powell, Powell picks him up. And then CJ picks up Halliburton. And it might be a completely different combination next time down. But that's what's nice with a team that runs and then goes small with three guards. That's like the one area where it's actually nice to have a three-guard lineup because you can do that defensively in transition. It makes it easier to defend in transition compared to like a guy like Rocco. You probably don't want him picking up Fox if they're running the court. So that is something we shouldn't have an issue because it's been preached all training camp long, getting back on defense. And we have the personnel to easily match up with them getting back on defense. And even a guy like Harrison Barnes is their starting four. If Norman Powell's on him, that's completely fine. I think they have a almost identical standing reach. So if Rocco ends up picking up a Hield or a Halliburton, that's fine too. So it's a situation where we won't be taken advantage of if we get cross-matched. If that makes sense.
Yep. And they like to shoot a lot of threes out of that. So you just got to pick up Hield, make sure he's accounted for, and as well Barnes likes to shoot those quick threes as well. So
I have a gut feeling that Buddy Hield is going to hit like 5 threes tonight.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I dread Buddy Hield. But I mean, I don't know. We got to get out on him. And here's the thing is we get to see how the defense looks like in a meaningful game under Chauncey Billups, and I'm excited for that. So it'll be interesting to see what that looks like in a game that actually counts.
Well, if you have a coach like Chauncey who's preaching accountability and effort and things like that, getting back on defense and testing that is one thing that we'll see right off the bat if that's something those guys are doing, because that doesn't take like a coach teaching you to do that. It's just like you better get back on defense and then you better do it or you're gonna not play very much. So hopefully those guys get back right away. We've heard Chauncey say, I don't know if he's flat out said it, but he's kind of implied that he doesn't want everyone going to the offensive rebounds. He does want the three guards to get back on defense. So that'll go a long way, I think, to stabilizing that transition defense.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I'm excited because Fox is the kind of guy who you don't really have to go over the picks on or trap a ton. You can get away with playing drop a little bit, but it'll be interesting to see how much we do that versus how much we pressure him and try to take the ball out of his hands.
Yeah, and that's the thing. If he starts cooking one thing, I trust that we will adjust, which is something we haven't done in the past.
Yep.
That is something that I'll be looking forward to. Offensively, this is the first real taste of a potential system, in my opinion. We've tried to move the ball, but Nurkic has admitted that we haven't been running many sets in preseason. So just based on those comments alone, you would assume that this is going to be the first look as to what package of sets Chauncey Billups will be employing all season long, so that is something to watch for. That is something that I will be trying to look at. A lot of people just watch the ball, and I watch the ball a lot of times too. That's just kind of how you watch basketball, but I will be trying to, when we're on offense, look at the motion off the ball and how players are moving off the ball and what potential sets we might be running so that we can break it down on the post-game show. That's what we try and do. So it'll be interesting to see what they run offensively in the half court.
That's another thing Chauncey's mentioned is he obviously doesn't want to not have Dame run pick and roll or run some of the stuff that was successful for them the last few years. It's adding wrinkles to that to where it makes those pick and rolls or whatever play we're running that much more dangerous if you have another action off of it. So if the initial offense looks very similar, watch the people off ball to be doing different things or to be running different things out of it. And that's what I'm going to be looking for in particular, is just to see if we're capitalizing when teams focus on Dame out of the pick and roll, or if CJ drives to the middle of the paint, if the defense collapses on him, if we're running some action, either off ball screens or cuts or something to get guys open where CJ can find them instead of having to force shots through the middle mid-range area.
Yeah, Aeromancer has a great comment, and this kind of segues into what I want to talk about next. He says the Davion Mitchell-Anthony Simons matchup is going to be really interesting, and if Terry Stotts was our coach, I would be terrified of that matchup.
Yes.
Because it would be a situation in which Anthony would have to try and create one-on-one against Davion Mitchell, right? And for a guy like Anthony, who's still developing his off-the-dribble game and being able to kind of break down defenders against an on-ball defender in Davion Mitchell, who, if you don't know him, he was a key part of Baylor winning the national championship last year in college basketball. He's a rookie. He's a phenomenal defender. He was a 10th overall pick this past year's draft. Phenomenal on-ball defender. Absolutely phenomenal, and strong, too. He reminds me of a little shorter Drew Holiday in terms of his on-ball defense. So if this was a situation where Anthony had to create one-on-one against a Davion Mitchell, I would be scared.
Yeah.
But CJ and Anthony are going to play together. They should be fine bringing the ball up. And then if we're running a motion offense, I'm not as worried about that matchup, because Anthony will be playing off the ball and getting some catch and shoot looks and maybe some cuts. And I would like Anthony Simons' odds against Davion Mitchell much more in that situation compared to trying to create one-on-one. Here's the thing, though, is Davion Mitchell might match up against CJ McCollum. And then it becomes a situation where, like, if CJ's struggling a little bit, I could see Davion Mitchell having some success there because CJ likes to go one-on-one.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to watch Davion Mitchell off the bench against our bench unit. It'll be interesting to watch our bench unit in general. It's our first meaningful playing time together, and, like, none of these guys have... I mean, Zeller missed a ton of time. Nance didn't play in a game or two. Nas missed the last 3 games. Anthony missed the last 2, so we haven't really seen this bench unit yet. So the bench matchup is going to be extremely interesting in general.
And to answer Nicholas's question, everyone is available except for Tony Snell apparently tonight, so should have a full team, minus Snell, who probably isn't going to be in our 9-man rotation, at least initially anyway. So our 9 rotation players should all be ready to go in this game. And to your point about if CJ tries to go one-on-one against Mitchell, I would expect, if that isn't working, unlike in the past, to get shut down quickly and to go play a different way, because we've seen our second unit just ISO, and just do it for 5 minutes, and we blow the lead or get down by a bunch, and then got to bring Dame back in because we're losing the lead or whatever. And so I feel like it's okay if you go ISO a couple times, but if it's not working and you keep doing it, then there's going to be a problem. And I don't think Billups is going to allow that to happen. I think he's going to stress to these guys that you can get better shots than that, and that you don't have to resort to that kind of play anymore.
Yeah. Dude, I'm just excited. First game under Chauncey Billups. First game to really see what this looks like. And here's the thing. That I'm going to be preaching early in the season is patience. Because it's not something where the Blazers are going to have a new system down game one. If the Blazers lose tonight, it's not the end of the world. All right? We're not going to lose Dame if we struggle early on in the season. I know that was being rumored and people were talking about that. Dame shut that down yesterday. There's no worry there.
Yeah.
The worry is, okay, can we get in the top 6? Because here's the thing. Like, I'd rather be the 6th seed and be running a new system that translates to playoff success than be the 3 seed and be running a system that hurts us in the playoffs, right? We got the 3 seed back in 2018. Cool. We got swept in the first round by the Pelicans because we could not be a trap. We could not set up against a trap, and we just ran Dame pick and roll into a Drew Holiday and Anthony Davis trap. So the goal is top 6, right? Obviously, you want home court advantage. You want the best seed possible, but it's more so how can we get in the top 6 and then be the best prepared for the playoffs. Losing game 1 against the Kings because we're trying new stuff isn't going to be something to panic about. All right? It wouldn't be something to panic about. It would, obviously we'd need to work on some things because we're a more talented team than the Kings. So if we lose to them, obviously we're doing something wrong, and if we lose to them, it'd probably be us giving up a bunch of threes to a guy like a Buddy Hield, Harrison Barnes, etc. So it's going to be a work in progress. You gotta give this team some games. I'll be frustrated if they lose tonight, absolutely, but it's not something where anybody should be panicking. It's going to be a work in progress for this team.
Yeah, that's why I like the Kings matchup, though, because I feel like even if we do struggle with some of these new things, I still feel like we have the pieces to kind of take over and still win the game. So I'm actually a lot more confident than I've been in a long time that the Blazers will get the job done tonight. I think preseason is just it's gonna seem like a joke later in the season. All the panicking and go ahead.
It's just hard to have confidence in something that I haven't seen yet. You know what I mean? Like, I have confidence they'll figure it out in the long run. It's hard to be confident going in tonight, and like not seeing it yet and knowing that it will take some time for this team to figure things out. Habits aren't broken in a day, and you're not going to run a new system perfectly in game 1 of the regular season. Mm-hmm. So, especially when you've been playing under Terry Stotts for years for some of these guys. So, it was a situation where really want them to win tonight, start the season off on the right foot. If they lose, there's going to be a Twitter meltdown, though, and I will be pumping the brakes on the meltdown if that happens. Fingers crossed it doesn't happen. I think it's going to be a close game. I think the Blazers win by 4 or 5 points. That's why I picked Kings. I think it's a game in which they might struggle defensively and then have a really good defensive run. And then they might get sloppy offensively trying to move the ball, which that's the thing is you cannot get sloppy with this Kings team with how they run. So if we're turning the ball over, that's the main way we can lose tonight. So I could see a stretch like that, and they go on a run. They're getting out in transition because we're turning the ball over, and then we clean things up offensively and go on a run ourselves. I feel like that's how this game is going to go, and the Blazers will end up pulling out a 4 or 5 point win. It's just I know if we lose, it's going to be a meltdown on Twitter. So I'm relaxing tonight. I'm excited for Blazer basketball, win or lose, and we'll see what happens.
Caleb Pendergraph asked a horrible question. Will there be a post-game show tonight? Come on, Caleb.
Of course there will be a...
We have a post-game show after every single Blazer game this year. So
we were doing it for preseason, man. Come on now.
I'm just messing
maybe
with you, Caleb,
he's just trying to help us.
Come on,
Maybe he's trying to help us plug the post-game show for anybody new. Maybe he's trying to set that up for us. But yes, we will have a post-game show on the main channel.
You will want to tune in as well tonight because Tori is really excited to show you all the stuff he's been working on. So
yep. And here's the thing is, I don't have everything done yet. We got some cool stuff. We got a cool intro. I don't have everything done yet. So we're going to have some cool stuff, cool graphics. Chris is going to be helping me. Chris is going to the game. He'll So might be a little bit slow on rolling out some of the graphics tonight, but we do have some new stuff for you. And the animated intro is sick, in my opinion. Is absolutely sick. They better win just so that intro people are hyped for. You know how we put the thumbnail up on the screen of the Star Streams? We got an animation now, and some cool audio to go with that. So I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, we're gonna keep trying to improve things here. We're gonna keep trying to strive for greatness in terms of the product that we bring you guys. So definitely tune in tonight. That'll be on the main channel. If you're not subscribed to the main channel, just search Blazers Uprise on YouTube. Easy. Go hit that subscribe button. And then yeah, Spotify too. That's where this audio will be. Anything else you want to?
In terms of the game, yeah, there's one more thing. I just think Nurk should have a huge game. I think Holmes is a really good matchup for him because, he shot threes early in his career, but the last few years he's just lived in the middle of the paint area on floaters and is kind of an energy big. And I feel like Nurk he doesn't have to worry about him popping out to the 3-point line, they don't really have bigs that shoot threes, I don't think, right? So I think this is a good matchup for him on the offensive end as well, because he can kind of bully Holmes in the post, and I feel like Holmes is going to help a lot on Dame, so it should open up Nurk a lot.
Yep, I agree with that. So we're going to have to wrap things up here. I'm going to get out the Dame player preview.
All right.
That might be very lightly edited, so I might be stumbling over my words and whatnot. I just need to rush that out and then tie up some final things for the stream tonight. The Blazers game tips off in about 2.5 hours. Follow us on Twitter, as I've said. I'll throw the Twitter ad up there. We'll be live tweeting during the game. Also tonight, we're starting something new on Twitter. If you use hashtag Blazers Uprise in a tweet about the game, you have a chance of being included in our post-game show. We're going to do a Tweets of the Game segment, and I'm going to include the tweets I like the most during it. Normally we'll do that towards the start of streams, with Chris going to the game and not being able to help out until a little bit later into the stream. We might do it later on in the stream tonight, but that is something cool, a way you can potentially get featured on the stream in our Tweets of the Game segment. I felt like that was something fun to roll out. So if you want to tweet out something, if you have a quote banger of a tweet, use hashtag
Gotta be
Blazers
relatively
Uprise.
clean though.
Yeah, we can't. Yeah, you can't cuss. We can't throw 5 curse words up on the screen or anything. We don't even cuss audibly. So on stream, of course. Off stream, different story. But on stream, gotta keep it clean. But if you use, I'll just search hashtag Blazers Uprise near the end of games, and I'll give Chris the links to the tweets I like, and he'll throw them up, and we'll put the graphics up on the screen. That'll be something fun. So make sure you follow us, as I've said, and use hashtag Blazers Uprise, and that's something we're going to be doing all season long. Other than that, anything else you want to say, Eric?
No, I'll save my Dame comments for the post-game show. So if you want to hear those, stay tuned.
Yep, and I'll be tracking NBA scores. It'll be fun to keep up with another day of picks against the spread back again. So with that being said, I'm out of here. Hope you enjoy this 2-hour lead up to the game. Hope you enjoy the Dame player preview. And with that, I'll catch you later tonight. As always, peace out. Go Blazers.